Alright, for this last one, this is going to be your sample problem to see if you know what you're talking about. And again, I hope at this point you've had enough conversation with different people, maybe somebody you're working with, maybe you've gotten up and talked to somebody else about it. I hope so, to find a pattern in this process of these rotations. I'm not going to tell you what the pattern is because I want that to be something that you figure out with somebody on your own, developing from our drawings that we've made here. But I'm going to do the full out drawings, and in the end, our questions are going to be: what is this shape, and what are the points going to be in a 180-degree clockwise turn? The second question is: what is this shape going to look like, and what are the points going to be for a 90-degree counterclockwise turn? I would like you at this time to pause the video um, and try to see how you can do on this. Work with people on this to get it figured out. Come back to the video and check and see how you did. Alright, for this process, I'm going to do this, well, I know what the pattern is, but I'm going to do this the smart way when I draw the pictures and only do 2 of these points. Because if I can get 2 of these points, I can fill in the rest of them because I know how far apart they are. So for example, I'm going to take this point right here, and I'm going to take this point right here, and I'm going to find out where they are in each one of these quadrants with my rotation around the origin here. Okay, so let's start with the first one down here. This point right here is -4, 1. So I know that all my points around this that are going to be this particular point are going to have a 4 and a 1 in it. So I'm going to take my line, I'm going to draw it here, straight through there, and we'll stop it right there. I'll get my protractor out because I need to make it perpendicular. Rotate it around a little bit. Move it over here, not quite. That looks pretty good. Okay, we should be okay now. I will get my line here going in the other direction right through there. And again, you want to extend it out as far as you can just in case you don't have the point on it if you draw it short. Okay, so I've got everything I need for this one. We'll close that out. Alright, so now I've got to have 4 and 1 in everything I'm doing here. So it looks like this one is going to be 1, 4, because that looks like that's close to a crossing point. 1, 4. Looks like this one's going to be 4, 1. Excuse me, 4, -1. And looks like here we're going to have -1, -4. -1. Oops. -1, -4. Okay, so now I've got that point going in red. I'm going to erase this around red because I'm going to use a different color for that one to make sure that's a little less confusing there. Alright, I'll get rid of these lines. That one and that one. And now we'll go to another one. Let's go green for this one. Okay, and for this point, this one right here, looks like we've got -9 and we've got +3. And I hope you see the value of me doing these opposite ones, because when we're done, we should have those 2 points and we should just be able to fill in the rest of it without having to figure everything else out. So if we have -9 and then we have +3. Okay. So again, I'm going to want a 9 and a 3 in everything I do here. So let's draw this line through the origin. Maybe I shouldn't make it red, so that kind of throws you off here. We'll do it in blue. And it's still red. That's alright, that'll be alright. Alright, so if that's one of my lines right there. Okay. And now I need my protractor back out so I can make my perpendicular line. I'm looking for 90 degrees with this origin here. Let's see, there's 90 degrees. Perfect, right through the 90. Okay. Okay, now it's blue. I don't know what's going on, but we'll make it work. Okay, I'll get that extended all the way through there so it's right up against that line. And now we should have everything we need for it. Okay, with my green pen, I will get the points on there. Remember, it's got to be 9 and 3 in some way. So this is going to have to be 3 and 9. We did a pretty good job with that one. Okay, 3 and 9. Okay, this one's going to have to be 9 and negative 3. We did a pretty good job with that one. Okay, and this one's going to have to be negative 3, negative 9. Alright, so now we have those in there. Get rid of these lines. So now we should be able to complete our rectangle, because these 2 points are 2 apart and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apart. So 2 apart, we would have a point there and we would have a point there. Connect the dots. There's that rectangle. Let's see, we'd have a point here and here. Connect the dots. There's our rectangle. And we would have a point here and a point here. Connect the dots. There's our rectangle. Okay. Now we've got to answer our question. 180 degrees clockwise. Remember, this was our 0 degrees we started with. So clockwise is going to be obviously the direction of a clock. 1/4 turn is going to be this picture, which is 90 degrees clockwise. And another turn is going to get us to our 180. So to answer the first question, this is what our picture would look like right here. And then if I had to give the points, I have 9, negative 3 here. Looks like I have 4, negative 3 here. I've got 4, negative 1 here. And I've got 9, negative 1 here. That would be my answer to the first one. And I can put those on there for you if you'd like. This one goes right there with that one. This is 4, negative 3. And then we had, what would we have? 9, negative 1. Okay, so this whole thing would be my answer for the first one. Okay, now if we do the other one, we're going to go counterclockwise this time. And I'm going to start here. Counterclockwise 90 is just one turn. Counterclockwise, opposite of a clock, should be down here. Here's our 90 degrees. This one's going to be our answer. Here's the picture. And my points are negative 1, negative 4, which is what I have here. Looks like I have negative 1, negative 9 here. Negative 3, negative 9 I already filled in. And then I'd have negative 3, negative 4 here. That would be my answer to the other question. Now, I hope throughout this process you've really done a good job of trying to figure out this pattern, because really, I can answer this question, to be honest, without the picture in about 10 seconds. Okay, that's the importance of coming up with the pattern, but if you don't understand what the pattern means, then it's pretty hard to remember what it is. So that's why I went through the trouble of drawing all these diagrams. I'm hoping by this point you've got everything figured out, and then the rest of your process is going to be a piece of cake. If you've still got questions, make sure you let me know, or make sure you let a peer know.